I actually was able to sell the vehicle in less than 24 hours. Welcome back to another episode of Driving Production. In today's episode, we're going to be finishing off the build series on the Mazda 3. So we're going to start off by detailing the car, cleaning the engine bay, cleaning the interior. I also got the car ready for safety, and finally I sold the car. So we're going to find out how much profit did I make and if it was worthwhile.
So the first thing I'm going to start doing on the Mazda 3, I'm going to restore the headlights like we did on my Mazda 3, like I previously did with Nathan. So same kind of process, going to sand them down, and then when we actually polish the whole paint, I'm going to polish the headlights at the same time. Alright, so the headlights are all sanded down. Now I'm going to move to the engine bay. I'm just going to wipe everything down with some detailing products for some vinyl care. Alright, so with the engine bay all clean, now it's time to get to the exterior. I'm really excited to get this done to see the contrast, because I feel like this type of car, I'm pretty certain, never got polished. I bet you rarely ever saw a hand wash. So like the paint is in pretty rough shape. There's swirl marks everywhere. So it's this type of car that the paint is really gonna pop at the end. There are some pretty deep scratches that I'm not gonna be able to fix with the polish. But overall, I think the condition of the paint is going to come a lot nicer. So let's start and wash the car because it's pretty dirty right now. And yeah, get it done. Alright, so I just finished drying the car. It's all clay bar. Now you can really see the swirl marks. So I'm pretty excited to see how it's going to turn out with the polish and how much the paint is actually going to look different. I was actually surprised because the clay bar, I didn't feel like it picked up much. Let's see how the paint turns out with the polish. First step, I'm going to be using some MAZDA 3500 to really polish and cut the paint on the whole car. It's going to give it that nice shine to it. It's not going to go as deep as if I were to go with 1000, then 25, then 35, but it's going to give it that nice pop to it. And then for the headlights, I'm probably going to start 1000, 25, and then 35, just because it's a smaller area and I really want the headlights to pop.
When your heart is racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go. No, I'll hold you till the sun comes in the morning light. Yeah, I'll keep you safe, I'll never let you go. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light.
I just finished polishing everything. Now next step, I'm going to use some ammo reflex. I'm really excited to try out the product, the ceramic coating. On the instruction it says to just put a few drops on the microfiber pad and just wipe it, leave it to dry for a minute or two, and then wipe it off with another microfiber. All right, so it's been about a week and a half since I got the car back from the safety. I've been using it a little bit to just drive around and just to get a feel for the car, just to make sure that everything is good. So far, the safety, it cost me what I expected, $300 to get it safetied, to get the newer axle installed on the car. The exhaust, it just needed a different clamp to seal properly. All that's really left to do, and that's I'm about to do, is just to give the interior a nice clean, vacuum everything. I want to steam a few spots like the steering wheel and the shift knob. Since I've been driving it, I'll also give the exterior a nice wash, put some tire shine and clean the wheels, and then I'll be able to take some pictures. It's a very gray day today, so we'll see if I'm able to get some nice pictures from the outside. So let's get into it.
When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing at the speed of light.
Jag kliver safe. Jag kliver safe from wherever that you go. When your heart is racing, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go.
When your heart is racing at the speed of light.
All right, so I'm all done detailing the car. The exterior is looking so nice with the ammo reflex. The inside too, honestly, everywhere is looking really nice and clean. It looks as new as it can be basically in this condition. Even the engine bay, you pop the hood and it's looking nice and fresh.
So with the car washed, all nice and clean and fully registered, I decided to post the vehicle at $3,500 on a few different websites like GG, Facebook Marketplace. With that, I actually was able to sell the vehicle in less than 24 hours. In the end, I just wanted to go over a few things. Again, if you haven't seen the previous episode, I go a little bit more in depth on how much it cost me to repair and fix the Mazda 3. But just as an overview, I paid $500 for the Mazda 3. And then I put about $1,000 in the vehicle just to repair. So that brings us to $1,500. But when I purchased the vehicle, it came with 2 sets of alloy wheels, came with a roof rack and a spare battery. So I sold all those things for about an extra $1,000, which brings the cost back down to $500 for the car. Now to get it safetied, I had to get the axle installed. There's a little clamp on the exhaust, and I had to just get the safety done. So all those things cost me $300, which brings the cost to $800. So now that we know that the car costed me $800, I was asking $3,500 for the vehicle. I left myself some room to negotiate. After going back and forth with quite a few people that were interested, someone decided to meet up and look at the car, and we negotiated to $3,000. They bought the car. I was able to drop it off at their house. If we look at the calculation, 3,000 minus 800, that gives us a surplus of $2,200. So if I calculate all of my time that I really spent on the car, it took me about 2 months from buying the car to selling it. I could have probably got everything done if I had all the parts at once. Maybe in 2 days, 2.5 days of 8 to 10 hour days. So if I calculate that I have about 25 hours into it, that gives me almost an average of $90 to $100 an hour, which I think is a pretty high success rate for this episode. So it really shows that there's opportunity to make money pretty much anywhere, even in the automotive section. You just have to find a deal out there and to be able to work with it. So that's it for the episode today, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this build series. If there's anything you'd like to see on the channel, just let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.